So stretching is a fundamental part of every training routine that often gets overlooked. It helps aid recovery, helps with maintaining your correct technique and form when running, and most importantly helps with staying injury free when you're putting in those hard sessions and those long mileage. So we're going to run through some exercises that are going to help improve your mobility and your flexibility and help your performance. So unlike static stretching, this method of stretching uses isometric loading to not only push but pull yourself into the stretch to trick your central nervous system into getting that new range of flexibility, and to also get strength at that new range, which is most important. So this stretch is going to focus on your hamstrings. You're going to start off in like a split stance position. You're going to ease into the stretch, just hold out here for about 2 minutes. Breathe naturally, and you will find yourself get deeper and deeper into the stretch. After 2 minutes, you're going to focus on driving your feet through the floor. So you're working on your hamstrings and your glutes, really get them contracted, push through the floor. About 70% effort for about 10 seconds. And then the last 5 seconds, you're gonna crank it up to about 100%. Then you're gonna ease off, and then you're gonna focus on trying to get your legs off the ground, so you're pulling yourself into that stretch. Again, about 70% effort for about 10 seconds. And then the last 5 seconds, you're gonna focus on cranking that up to about 100%. Just focus on pulling yourself into that stretch. And you're gonna cycle between pushing and pulling. You're gonna do that about 4 or 5 times, and then eventually you find yourself getting deeper into the stretch. So once you finish stretching out your hamstrings, you can then move on to your glutes. So you can go into 90-90 stretch position. We've got a nice 90-degree angle here, and on your rear hip, you've got a nice 90-degree angle. Again, you're gonna sit in this position for 2 minutes, just trying to get a bit deeper every time. Once you've hung out for about 2 minutes, you're gonna go through the same principle of driving this leg and the foot through the floor. About 10 seconds, 70% effort, and then another 5 seconds, cranking that up to about 100%, really driving that hip through the floor, creating tension in your glutes and a bit of your hip flexors, and then you're gonna pull yourself into the stretch, trying to lift this leg and your foot off of the floor as you do so, and then just cycle through that for about 4 to 5 times. And eventually you find yourself sitting deeper and deeper. So really focus when you get a bit deeper into the stretch about trying to get this shoulder to your heel. Try not to come out too far, otherwise that will take emphasis off the glute you're trying to stretch. So really try and pull yourself down towards that heel that's on the ground. So the next stretch we're going to focus on is our quads and our hip flexors. So you need like a mat, a towel, something soft, even a pillow will be fine, a cushion. So you're going to get into a lunge position. You're going to bring that rear leg up, hold out here for about 1 minute, 2 minutes, and then you're going to push that foot towards the ground, resisting with that hand, not letting it move at all, for about 10 seconds, 70% effort. Last 5 seconds, you're going to crank up to about 100%. Then you're going to release with your hand, and with that hamstring, you're going to try and pull that heel towards your bum, trying to maintain that new stretch position for about 10 to 15 seconds. Then you're going to grab it with your hand again, and then you're going to cycle through 10 seconds, 70% effort, 5 seconds, 100%, forcing that foot towards the ground, really loading up that quad and that hip flexor. Let go, try and maintain that new range of motion. Bring that heel towards your bum for about 10 to 15 seconds. So when you're in this stretch, focus on driving that hip forward and keeping that pelvis nice and straight, not letting it rotate. If your stability is not great, then you can find something to hold on to, whether it's a pole, you know, the side of your sofa, whatever you've got to hand. The key is just focusing on stretching that quad and the hip flexor, not too much about your stability. So from this lunge position, You're gonna lean into the stretch, putting tension through that calf. You're gonna hang out here for about 2 minutes, just getting deeper and deeper into that stretch. After 2 minutes, you're gonna cycle through, pushing your toe, driving it through the floor for about 70% effort for about 15 seconds, and then cranking that up to about 100% for the last 5 seconds, and then focus on driving that toe up towards the ceiling, again for about 15-20 seconds. So as you're driving your toe through the floor, you're contracting that calf muscle at the back of your leg, and the muscle on your shin is relaxing. And then as you drive those toes up towards the ceiling, you're actively contracting that anterior tibialis, that muscle on the top of your shin, and that calf is relaxing, but in that new stretch position. And then you're cycling between the two, and then that just helps you get deeper and deeper into that stretch. So as one contracts, the other one relaxes. So if you have a trainer with a massive hill, it's better to go barefoot. If you're at home, go barefoot anyway. It's just the bigger the hill, the more it will take away from the stretch, because you're elevating that hill off the ground, and you'll just have to go deeper into that stretch, put a bit more tension through that hip and the glute. So just take your shoe off. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe for more videos and more content.